Hey, what's up guys? Everything Apple Pro here, and iOS 14.2 has been released. After a lengthy beta period, finally here, I wanted to go through all of the major features and changes, and it's a pretty significant rewrite. A lot of UI improvements, a lot to go through here. Now I've been running it on my personal 12 Pro for a little while here, and by the way, got the latest prototype of our case. We're in production, cutting steel. We'll have this out by Christmas. I'm so excited. The fit is unlike any case in this durability segment. I think you guys are gonna love it. And if you guys want, you can support our journey here with Gen 1. We're still taking 15% off. Final results for the giveaway here soon. Stay tuned for that. And I'll have news on Gen 2 release soon. Anyways, let's get into the 14.2 changes. First and foremost, 100 plus new emojis as part of this update. So everything ranging from items, food, new faces, there's an Italian hand gesture, and a bunch of objects, a lot of bugs. Love the attention to detail that Apple provides with new emojis here. So even more to scroll through, but thanks to emoji search, easier to find those. Got a ninja here, and a lot of gender inclusive emojis. So there's the full list, a huge one. Now, if you send these to anyone that's not on 14.2, they will see a null icon, so they won't get anything. The person you send them to must be on 14.2 to see them. Now in messages, you'll see new icons for animojis and memojis. So slightly updated from 14, a little bit more descriptive. And probably the most unexpected one, new wallpapers. Apple has added 8 new wallpapers with a night and dark mode switching ability here. So these are all real world locations. These down here are an artistic representation of those. Super cool. Definitely did not see this one coming. In fact, there was a very lackluster release of new wallpapers for the new iPhones, besides the 12 that is. So a very nice surprise. One of the big ones from this update is the reworked user interface on the music players. Now, first one on the lock screen, as you can see, bigger, more substantial, larger album art icon. The AirPlay icon here, tinier, but music controls are larger. Easier to grab this slider here, all around more pleasant. And if we go ahead and click on that AirPlay interface, you'll notice a new menu here. So along with the new menu, you have an interface letting you know where the music is playing. So nice little animation here. When you switch it anywhere else, it'll let you know that it's playing there with that animation, kind of removing the guesswork. So that's a really nice one there. More squared off. Personally like this interface better, but this one is more compact. And there's your view with multiple HomePods. Very easy to use, easy to understand. So there's that interface on the lock screen. It's slightly different if you go into different places. Now in the control center, if we go ahead and force touch, so by default, much larger, this card view, rounded, looks really good. Also, you have that new AirPlay interface here. Instead of a drop down, it expands on the whole page. So much bigger album art. It's probably one of my favorites. And by the way, you now have a source indicator. So depending on what you're listening to, if it's a podcast, you'll see a little podcast icon there, listening to music on Spotify, and it'll show you on the lock screen as well, which is a really nice touch. But in the control center, probably my favorite view here. And when your iPhone isn't playing anything, you'll see this not playing screen, where previously that wasn't there, it was just empty. And if you go ahead and enter into it, you'll see all of your recents here. These are from Apple Music. They don't show from Spotify, hopefully in the future, but unlikely. And you can scroll through those. And a neat tailored touch, if your AirPods are connected to your iPhone, but you're not playing anything on the lock screen, now you'll see this interface here. It's the player, and your recents show up, so you can go ahead and instantly start playing, and then you'll get the player there. And you'll also see a custom tailored AirPlay interface here in music, so it comes up from the bottom icon. Also very similar, same animations. Awesome. I'm liking how refined iOS is getting. Apple's putting a lot of attention into the music aspect. And of course, within your control center settings, there's a new toggle for music recognition. And once you enable that, within your control center, you'll see this new button here. This is Shazam within your control center. Now it's working just like that. Once you have the results, you can go ahead and click on them, and they will be presented to you in Safari. And then you can go ahead and listen on Apple Music. That easy. And now within the sounds settings, Apple has consolidated headphone audio into headphone safety. And there's a new option here for headphone notifications. So if your headphones are getting too loud, you can track them here and disable or enable them. And now the Apple Watch icon is reflective of the new Apple Watch Series 6 with the solo loop. So no break in the band there. Very neat little touch. And now within the Wallet app, there are new analytics in the activity. You can now see yearly activity. That'll show up in a new category, previously only available in week and month. And now available in the Home app, Intercom, feature touted at the iPhone 12 event. So you can now make announcements across the intercom if you have multiple HomePods, and they'll be announced to people in your household. And there are also some extra settings within Home that you can tweak for intercom. And now Siri can give you personalized briefings with relative information to you. Just ask Siri, "What's my update?" And she'll give you a little daily summary of weather. If you're traveling, she'll let you know what to expect. Pretty interesting. New in 14.2. Oh, and of course the news. Also new for AirPods Pro, Apple has introduced a new optimized battery charging feature. So it existed on iPhones and iPads. Basically, it'll reserve the final 20% of charge until you're ready to wake up or until you'll need it. And that setting is right here. So you can preserve the battery life of these little guys for longer. And within your privacy settings in analytics, there's a new option here to improve hand washing. So this will help Apple gather data about that function. And if you guys bought the new Apple leather cases, iOS 14.2 will support those. Previously was unsupported because it took a while for them to release. Also new for HomePods, besides the intercom feature, you can use them for an Apple TV 4K as stereo speakers with Dolby Atmos after updating the HomePods. And particularly for the 12 Pro and 12 Pro Max, there's a new setting within Magnifier to measure the distance between you and a person called People Detection. Uses the LiDAR sensor data. I've tested it out, actually works great. Also an interesting one, Apple has released iOS 12.4.9 for older devices, the 5S and 6, and certain iPads. It's a security update, just so cool that Apple continues to support these after them being obsolete for so long. And of course, an extensive bug fix list. So within the official changelog here, this is probably very sweet for many people experiencing these, but there's a huge list here of bug fixes. One of the more notable ones is a stuck reminder for iOS updates on settings and incorrect thumbnails within photos for HDR content, playback not working, amongst others. So update to get the most out of your device performance-wise. And speaking of performance, here's what I got after a Geekbench. 14.1, just notably higher on the multi-core score, but negligible as they're almost the same. And I'm actually very happy with the performance on my 12 series, been running it since the final candidate. And that's also another interesting point is Apple is starting to call 14.2 or the GMs, what they previously called Goldmaster, final candidate. So that's a more updated terminology for the final version. Anyways, I've been running that one, no problems on my 12 Pro. Now on my 11 Pro series, Pro Max, I was having terrible battery life. Please report if you guys have fixed that. I never saw that get resolved as I bailed to the 12 Pro series. I'm very happy with the performance and overall usability, although I didn't restore from a backup, so that probably made a difference. And tonight, pre-orders for the 12 Mini and 12 Pro Max. Looking forward to that very much. Anyways, for anyone contemplating this update, do update. 14.2 is phenomenal, lots of features. I cannot wait to see what's coming next on the 12 Pro Max, 12 Mini and beyond. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the next one. Peace.